Welcome to the AP Automation series for Webdocs, Document, and Forms Management Automation. Today's topic is Accounts Payable Automation with VAI S2k Enterprise. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the Base plus RPA package for AP Automation. You can watch the VAI Base package video that will be in the link in the comments to see what the base package has for functionality. This video, I'm going to be focusing on the RPA automation and how it can help you with your automation journey, and how you can remove some of the manual document capture tasks and automatically place them into indexing and approval routes. First of all, I want to start out by talking about the Base plus RPA package. So the Base plus RPA package has the scan workstation capabilities to be able to scan incoming documents. Also has our user tool package, so you can drop and drag documents into the system and automatically route them into workflows and the secure repository. The part that I'm going to be focusing on today is the RPA automation capture. So being able to capture documents via email or via network monitors where documents might be placed. So if you have documents that are incoming via email, we can automatically monitor those accounts, check them into the secure repository, and then put them into indexing and approval workflows. And we can also do that same thing from the network monitoring side of things. So today's demonstration, I'm going to get into the live demonstration here. So this is what we call the RPA automation utility. So this gives you the capability to be able to set up what we call bots, so automation bots, to be able to monitor different locations where you might be manually grabbing documents from, meaning that they could be coming from email accounts, they could be coming from network folders where there's documents that have been scanned to or placed into if they're electronic documents. And we can also do something called website monitoring. So if you have vendor portals that you go out to grab documents, we can automatically log into those portals to be able to grab content and push it into the system, into the indexing workflows and approval workflows. So this is what a sample task for email automation looks like. So I'm going to run this task here. You're going to see what it's going to do. It's going to populate the folder over here to the left with the documents as it's pulling them from the email account. So these could be automatic tasks that are running behind the scenes. So as emails come in during the day or night, we can automatically take that information and then pull it into the Webdocs system and check them in. So this is a very powerful piece. And the same process here can happen through the process of network folder monitoring and also portal monitoring. So that's sort of that process flow there from that standpoint. Now, how the rest of the flow works from that standpoint is around the workflow capability, right? So being able to remove that process of hand delivering them or emailing to someone, so we can take these documents and put them into what we call indexing steps. So someone through the web interface, which I'll show here just in a second, can index those documents and then route them for approval, and then they go back to AT for the payment process. Now this could be, a 3-step process like this. It could be a 4-step process, 5-step process, whatever kinds of steps you need to be able to do that, to route that around for different approvals and different limits and stuff like that. So we can set these different workflows up inside of here from that standpoint. And these workflows are very easy to create and modify. So if I need to add another step in this process, as simple as drawing a box, drawing my input from that step, drawing my output from that step, double-clicking on that step, adding a user or users, and then setting up notifications if they want to be emailed notifications and different privileges during those steps and processing. From the approval side of things in the review process, right? So being able to index these documents and process them, we can log into our Webdocs for AP environment. So we have a user interface to the web browser. So for retrieval of documents, we can search for documents, but we can also route those documents around. So when we're routing documents around for approval, we can have different kinds of inboxes inside the system. We can have normal priority ones. We can have high priority ones. So if you're doing AP processing and other kinds of workflow documents, you can have separate boxes for those documents as they're coming in. Now for the indexing process and the review process, single user interface to be able to do that. So we show the document that was captured, and then at this point here, the user can actually do entry with this information. Now, some of this information can be minimal entry, meaning that I can just maybe S2k already has some of this information inside of it, right? So we already determined, hey, what vendor it is, right? But maybe I can put in a unique identifier, meaning like a PO number, an invoice number or something like that, and then go back to S2k to fill this information in. Otherwise, the individual can actually enter this information in at this point. So if they want to enter in a PO number inside of here, like this here, they can enter in the PO number, they can enter in this data, and then after that process is completed, they can then hit the submit button, which then is going to take that document out of their inbox and push it into that next flow. So once I do that submit, it would go for the approval process, and it would go back for AP for the payment, where AP could then enter that data into S2k vouchering process. Now, one of the other things I want to show here quickly too is the search capability. So sometimes you need to go and look for supporting documentation and other documents you might have associated with something. So this is where we can actually use the search functionality built into Webdocs to be able to do this processing. So I can actually type in a PO number, invoice number, get to all the information inside of here, see that content here with the same in-browser viewing capability so they can have access to that information. And during the workflow routes and the document search functionality, they have that capability to be able to do annotations too. So if they need to highlight something in the workflow or after the document's in the repository, they can highlight information. They can make call outs on the documents with sticky notes and things like that inside the system. So this would be sort of that day in the life of an AP user kind of a feel, going to that inbox, being able to search for documents and contents, and also approvers that are inside the system might need to see some of this information too. That concludes our demonstration for today for the Webdocs document management for the AP processing for VAI S2k. Thank you for your time.